my colleague, Chef Kola. So you guys must be excited when we posted about on the WhatsApp group. There was a lot of excitement. Yes, we need that excitement because Chef Kola is recognized by Forbes and so many other organizations, including the CNN. So it's going to be an amazing session today. And we'll also be streaming live on YouTube. So shortly, we shall share with you a link. So in case you lose the connection on Zoom, feel free to stream live on YouTube. My name is Navasa Innocent once again, and I'm your host today. Okay. So here's the outline of today's webinar. Well, we're going to look at defining your goals, choosing a region to work in, choosing partners to work with, content and communication, and then we shall go into our breakout rooms. And from the breakout rooms, the session will be moderated by Chef Kola, and then the conclusion. Okay, first things first, you need to have a SMART goal or have SMART goals. What are SMART goals? Think about your overall goal as you think of participating in the world's first ever Africa Vegan Restaurant Week. So, is your goal specific? Now I'm talking about what it means to have a SMART goal. S stands for specific, AIM stands for measurable, A stands for attainable, R stands for relevant, T stands for time-bound. So, what do I mean when I talk about specific? Is your goal specific? Here, it's quite easy. Specific to the Africa Vegan Restaurant Week. So your goal should be specific to that or addressing that directly. Measurable. Look at how will you track the progress during the Africa Vegan Restaurant Week so that you can judge when a goal is met or when your goals are met. Attainable. Is the Africa Vegan Restaurant Week possible given the available resources that you as an organizer have? What more do you need to achieve your goal? Time bound. When is this going to happen? How much time do I have to organize for it? Or how much time do I have between when I start organizing for it up to when it happens in January 2023? So that is what we mean when we talk about SMART goals. So first things first, as we think of working together, we need to think of SMART goals. You as participants, you need to think of a SMART goal or SMART goals. Then you need to think about localizing your campaign. Now, once your goal is intact, think about how to localize your campaign. As much as this is an Africa-wide campaign, it must be localized to fit the audience within your country. What works in South Africa may not work in Ghana, may not work in Uganda, may not work in Egypt. So how can you localize it according to the audience in your country? Your branding and marketing strategy should also be specific to the region or city you are working in, i.e., are you working in a rural district? Are you working in an urban district? So your campaign or your marketing strategy and the kind of branding you're going to use should be able to appeal to the audiences in that area that you're targeting. Let's say, what appeals in your district? For example, let me give an example here in Kampala. I may think of probably using billboards because there are billboards in Kampala and more or less they're almost in every part of the city. But if I'm going to work in a rural area, like maybe in northeastern Uganda, there won't be enough billboards for me to also say I'm going to market this event using billboards. Or even think about digital screens. If you're thinking of using digital screens to market and brand your event, and you're planning of hosting your event in a community where there's no stable supply of power, digital screens may not work. You get it? Or where the digital screens are usually in the city centers. So the people you're targeting Are they usually in those city centers? Will they be able to see them? So that's what we mean when we say localize your campaign. So you need to think of what marketing and branding strategies best suits the people that live in that area where you plan to host your campaign, or where those restaurants that you plan to work with will be. Now, here are some tips to consider. Translation and localization of adverts, localizing images to better appeal to the customers in that specific region or that audience. Not every image may appeal everywhere. Adverts, what language is commonly spoken in that region? Is it English, or is it the local dialect? Is it French? You have to think about that. As much as if you're from a French-speaking country, then you may think of adverts that appeal to French-speaking people, as much as there could be a few that are speaking English. So think about localizing your campaign as much as possible. Also look out to collaborate with corporate partners and brands or institutions, local governments, media, news reporters, and other organizations, NGOs, social media influencers that appeal to that locality, that appeal to the kind of people that you plan to appeal to when you organize your events. Also, focus on regions where your audience is located. Some time back, we talked about audiences. So you must know your audience. So where is your audience located? Narrow down your focus to specific regions, to specific cities where the proposed target audience is located. Who are you targeting? Are you targeting children? Are you targeting the youth? Are you targeting the working class? Are you targeting women? Are you targeting people aged 13 to 45 or to 50? Or 13 to 25, because if you say 13 to 50, that's quite wide. It maybe something like, you say, maybe you're targeting like 13 to 25, or maybe 15 to 35, or let's say 20 to 45, So where are those people mostly located? You can examine your social media following and activity to see which regions have higher engagement as well. Create a short list of promising locations and begin by homing in your efforts to this. Then also develop region-based strategies and partnerships. So once you have identified the right region or city, develop region-based marketing strategies and partnerships. Like, you have to zero down that much and think about the strategies and the marketing strategies and the partnerships you're going to create. They have to be specific to that extent. And also user-generated content. What is user-generated content? You must encourage this, but you need to find out the kind of contests or challenges in which your target audience post photos, comments, or any other content, also known as user-generated content. So user-generated content can be a great way to engage with people digitally and keep your event top on mind of the people. That is key. Because if you're going to advertise your event, let's say for a month, it must be top on mind of the people. It must be the talk of the town or the talk of the village. Think about your goal for the campaign. Do you want to build your community, or do you want participants to take a particular action? What are you looking out for? Do you want to see more participants going vegan? Or do you want to see more restaurants having more vegan options on their menus? Or do you want to see that particular region or particular district having more people that understand what it means to be vegan and why it's important to be vegan? The answer to that question is with you and will definitely guide the type of campaign you will implement, and also where, but then also it will partly guide your goal. Use keywords to boost your search potential. Many of us must be asking, what is search potential? People usually search what's trending. You must have seen it. I've seen it mainly on Twitter. It just happened on Facebook, but Facebook is not quite common here. But like Twitter, if you search, let's say you search like hash vegan food, then you're going to see different posts that are about that. So I gave examples. Here, we're going to be using like these hashtags, let's say, Africa Vegan Restaurant Week. Maybe we can add on Vegan Africa. Maybe we can add on vegan food and so much more. You as a participant, you can think of more other hashtags that you would want to use. Now, use these keywords to boost your search so that if I type in vegan Africa or vegan food, I should be able to see some of the restaurants that are participating in your campaign. You can as well encourage those restaurants to use that hashtag, but not all of them may be on social media, but you can use your social media pages as well to promote that hashtag. You get it? So with all of us all over the region, we'll be using Africa Vegan Restaurant Week. It means anyone can search for it and be able to get us and find out who is participating, which countries are participating. Okay, then also look out for continental brands to work with. This is an opportunity to work together as a continent and also give continental brands an opportunity to be part of a regional campaign. Now that could seal their footprint further on the continent. Let's see, there are brands that are working in several countries across Africa, and they would probably be interested, you know? So how about you find out who are those? And that's why this webinar is called Working Closer Together. As colleagues, can you get to interact with your friends? Can you get to know who is from Kenya? The other time on WhatsApp, a colleague from South Africa was asking which South African groups are part of this so that we see how to work together. I wish I could see more of that. West Africa, you could say, where are the people from different parts of West Africa? In East Africa, we could also look for each other. North Africa, Central Africa, so that we're able to work together. So then, if I could ask my colleague, let's say in DRC, in Rwanda, in Tanzania, in Kenya, and we're like, which brands cut across all these East African countries? And we say, let's approach these brands. It's a good way to do it. Now, if I am pitching to a certain organization and tell them there is an opportunity to market your products because we are working we are working all over Africa, but importantly, we know you're in 4 countries of East Africa. So all of us in East Africa, we are working and promoting your brand as you're being part of this. We are promoting your restaurant. We are promoting your restaurant in Kenya, in Rwanda, in Tanzania. So it means when people are able to move in those other countries, they'll always know your restaurant has vegan options. So that is what I mean when I say we look out for those continental brands that cut across and we see how we can work with them together, because also they want to seal their footprint on the continent and we can give them that opportunity. Okay, then also think about attention-grabbing promos, i.e., how is your website? Is it attention-grabbing? Your flyers, your stickers, the billboards that you're planning to put up, are they attention-grabbing? If I pass by your billboard, will I turn to look back and say, okay, what's that about? Think about all of us using similar artwork for stickers. This is something not the ProVeg grants program can do for you, but as participants, we can think of doing it. We say, how about we do similar stickers? How about we do similar flyers? Or how about our billboards look the same? Imagine for someone who came from, let's say, Nigeria, and then they go to Ghana and they found, I saw that billboard in Nigeria, and they can still see it. We are sealing our footprint further on the continent, and we are promoting this event jointly and together. Remember, we shall have a website, and soon it's going to be up, so you're going to see it, where everyone goes to learn about this event. Similarly, we shall have some artwork which we shall share with you that will cut across, not all of it, but there will be an artwork that we shall share with you. Also ensure to include all of the details so that your event page is a one-stop center for information and attendee action. If I come to your social media or your website, I should be able to find out things like the time, the date of the event, the agenda, the speakers and their bios, the sponsor information, how to sign up, how to pay online and all that. So make it a one-stop center, because I mean, we're in a digital world. I mean, things are moving fast. So if I have to get on your Facebook and then I have to search or probably call and ask, how do I pay? But imagine it just, if I get on your Facebook, I'm able to see how to pay and I can purchase my ticket under 5 minutes. So, and then, I'm booked in, and probably even after doing that, that the event goes directly into my calendar so that the reminder is always there. Let's just make it a one-stop center. Let's make it attention grabbing. Let's make it easy for the people that want to be part of our event, and also for the restaurants that we wish to see participating in our event. Encourage sponsors and speakers to promote themselves. This strategy works. If you have a prominent speaker, ask them to self-promote. Ask the sponsors to self-promote. Prominent participants. You could have friends that are prominent or participants that have a very huge following. Ask them to self-promote. You've already done all the work. You've booked the keynote speakers, you've booked the special guests, the big sponsors. So let them do a little bit of self-promotion on your behalf. Imagine 3 countries having a sponsor that cuts across and they do a self-promotion. That would really, really, really be amazing. Or a restaurant that is operating in most, let's say, like 5 countries, and they self-promote, and they, during the self-promotion, they say, we're going to be participating in Kenya, we're going to be participating in Zambia, we're going to be participating in Sudan. Look at that. So chances are most speakers will cross-promote themselves, because speakers usually do that to their audience anyway. Some will do it, but some will need a little push, and it works for you, especially for your campaign. So think about that as well as we think of working together. So how about asking you as participants of the Africa Vegan Restaurant Week, how about thinking about a joint promotion video? Think about it. What about a video, a vlog by participants from the different participating countries? Engage your participants, engage the restaurants that are participating, engage the different people, and let them do like a video, and then saying they're participating in the first ever Africa Vegan Restaurant Week. Create short videos showcasing the event and share those videos on social media. If day 1 has happened, how about you record what has happened on day 1 and post on day 2? You can have more people coming in. Post on different social media, YouTube, Instagram. Remember, if we have joint hashtags, this works, because someone will go there to see how the event went and be like, oh, this is how it went down. This is how it's happening in Rwanda. Let me see how it's going to happen, in let's say in Ghana, something like that. Make it fun and engaging, and include a special discount code, if possible, at the end of the video to boost your sign-up rate. Even day 1, you need more people. Day 2, day 3, day 4, it's a whole Africa Vegan Restaurant Week. And don't forget to use our social media's hashtags somewhere in the clip and asking them if you want to know more. Google or type in #Africa Vegan Restaurant Week. That also works. Basically, these are some of the things that we can do together, and you as participants, because when that time comes, participants will be working independently, not working like under the ProVeg grants program, but you'll be organizing independently in your country. So that's why, as different participants, we have to work together to see how we can promote our event jointly. Also, what about a joint press release with all the participants' logos? Imagine with 5 countries participating, or 10 countries participating, or 20 countries participating, and then we have a press release and someone that cuts across, and someone is able to see the different countries that are participating and the different organizations in those countries. Send out these press releases through, though most people, of course, associate this method with real-life events, but this also works, even if it's more or less like a virtual event that is physical in our countries, but it will work. Share information about speakers to the media organizations, about the topics, about the special guests, the takeaways. Send it out. All your connections in the media organizations in your country. That's also one other way that we can work together. Be consistent with all your promotions. Being consistent, keep working on your virtual promotion strategies up to your event start, up to when your event starts. Attendees must stay engaged and excited or they won't show up. So no matter how good your registration numbers are, it doesn't mean those numbers will convert into attendees. It doesn't mean those numbers will still walk into that restaurant, you know? So you need to drum up the interest, probably offering secret giveaways to attendees, counting down the days, the hours, the minutes, show related content on social media, etc. So you have to be consistent. So the moment we say we have kicked off the promotion, so we have to be consistent every day. It should be happening so that you keep it at the top of the mind of your potential attendees. So today my session was quite short. So we're going into breakout rooms, like I already told you, and we're going to have 3 breakout rooms. And these are the instructions. The breakout session will last 10 minutes. And after that, each group will have 5 minutes to present. Now, let each group select a group leader. When you're into that room, you'll be able to select a group leader yourself on behalf of the group. And then Chef Kola will be coming back. Who is Chef Kola, by the way, is my colleague. She's also the ProVeg Africa Regional Coordinator. She'll be coming up in the next session. And we shall go into details and you'll be able to present 5 minutes of presentation. So keep your answers short and precise. You can see the different questions for room 1, thinking about how we can work together as Africa Vegan activists. What skills do you wish to share with fellow participants as part of the Africa Vegan Restaurant Week? Question 2 is what skills you hope to learn? And question 3 is how best can we, the ProVeg Grants Program, support your active participation during the Africa Vegan Restaurant Week campaign that's scheduled for January? We can have about 4 to 8 answers, but it's up to you. So we're going to, let me enable breakout rooms. Okay, we're going to have 3 rooms, okay? Just hold on a bit. I'm trying to create, to get you to your rooms. Okay, you should be able to see a pop-up. And then you can go into your room.
For those of you still in here, if you click join, you'll be able to join the breakout room. Do you see an option where you're able to click the join button? Kenneth? You should have an option to click join. You should have a button coming up that asks if you want to join the room.
Hello guys. Are you unable to join a breakout room?
Ramazan Ulonja have already connected to this room number 3.
You're in room number 3?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I received a link which tell me to join room number 3.
Please join it.
Yes, already.
Did you see a pop-up that asks you to click join? You should have a button that's popping up and it asks you to join breakout room 3.
Yes, I received another link. Is inviting me to join room 3.
Yes, just click join.
Okay.
Kenneth, you should have got an invitation to join room 2. Did you receive an invitation to join any of the rooms? If you're unable to join a room, Kenneth, if you want to just wait here and the group will be back soon. You should, yeah. Okay, sounds good. Hi, Nabasa, do you want to add the questions into the chat box, Nabasa, or are people able to remember the questions?
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Just added in room 1 and 2. Now I'm going to join room 3. Then I add it.
Okay. And
Yeah.
Kenneth is not able to join a room. I'm not sure why. So he
okay.
just, oh wait, here I see him now. I'll try to assign him. Okay, Kenneth, you should get an invitation to
Pardon?
join room 2.
Let me see if I can get it.
Kenneth and Joshua, you should be receiving an invitation to join a breakout room if you just want to click the join button.
Hello.
Hi, Joshua. You should be getting an invitation to join one of the breakout rooms. So if you just want to click join, then you'll be able to get into one of the breakout rooms. Are either of you seeing the join button? There should be a link that pops up that asks you to join a breakout room.
Hey, I'm in the room.
You're not in the room quite yet. You should be able to hit join.
I don't understanding about it's raining in our city.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. If you're not able to get into a room, if you want to just sit here for a moment and the group will be back.
Sorry.
Yeah, just wait here and the group will be back very soon. Hey, Nabasa? I
Sorry.
there are a lot of people that aren't able to join. Maybe we should just bring the group back. And
Let me
there
see
are
if
a
I
lot
can
of-
help them join.
There's also a lot of people that are, I think the connection is being lost. So they're having to jump back in on the call. And so they're getting kicked out of the room.
Okay. Do you think we should, should I first try to see if I can help them rejoin, or we just bring everyone back?
Well, I've been trying, but it seems maybe they're not seeing the join button. I'm not quite sure, but I have the breakout room, I have the breakout room option open here. So I'm trying to invite them to the room again, but for some reason it's not working.
Hello.
Yes, Joshua, you're still unable to join the breakout room?
Yes, of course. I understand. I'm understanding well all the development of presentation. Please.
Okay.
We.
Okay. In the next 4 minutes, everyone else will be back. So you can, did you see the questions? If you saw the questions, you can still put your answers in the chat.
Can you ask the question, please, and I will answer. The first
Let me
question,
post the
please.
questions in the chat. Let me post them in the chat. So for those unable to join the breakout rooms, so what you can do is put your answers in the chat.
I see the question, and I think that all that will be able to work in our city. Will be happy
Joshua,
to.
Joshua,
Yes.
kindly, can you type in the chat? Chat, like you type in the chat. Thank you. So in the next 3 minutes, I'll close the rooms and then we can.
Karibu. Adino maber. Kudu.
So everyone is returning to the main room so that we kick off with our presentation, which will be moderated by my colleague, Nicola. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Okay, glad to see you back from the breakout rooms. We had, let me share my screen again. We had 3 questions for the 3 breakout rooms, and I hope the first group is ready to share. And Nicola takes over from this session. Okay. Hey, Nicola.
Hello.
Yeah, yes. We're back from the breakout rooms, so you can moderate the session. Participants to share their responses to 3 questions. Thank you.
Okay, so would breakout room 1 like to share their responses?
Colin, maybe you could answer the questions. If no one wants to share, perhaps you could add your own input to the questions. I think that would be interesting for people to hear. With all of your experience, I think it would be interesting for people to hear how you would answer the questions.
Okay. Our question was, how can we as vegan activists work closer together? What skills would we wish to share with our fellow participants? So the skills that I would share would be social media skills, in terms of social media, because we live in the 21st century. It's very essential to make sure that your campaign is eye-catching, and the way you're promoting it on social media is in a way that's consistent. So for example, on Instagram, there's so many tools that show you when is the best time for your organization to post, when is the best date. So these are free tools that Instagram, Facebook gives you for free. If you register your business on Google, then you can also get more advanced skills. So my advice would be to beef up your social media skills and use that as your most powerful tool, because we live in an era of gadgets. So that's my answer.
Okay, thank you so much, Nicola. Does anyone from group 1 want to share? I can see you're posting your answers in the chat section, but does anyone want to share to everyone? Feel free to jump in. How about anyone from group 2?
Yeah, she was talking about the social media stuff. Yeah, that one's also good too. But we also need to go into some areas, some rural areas where we have the whole people, uneducated people, to educate them more about being vegan. And to educate them more about being vegan. And there are some people that are not going to understand. So I think we're going to create books for them to read about how to be a vegan and how to convince people about being a vegan. That's all.
Okay, thanks, Praise. Anyone else from group 2 that would want to share? The question from group 2 was thinking about the skills that you have. What skills would you want to bring on board, or would you want to share with fellow participants? Okay, anyone from group 3 that wishes to share? Group 3 is how best can we, ProVeg Grants program, support your active participation during the Africa Vegan Restaurant Week campaign. So does anyone want to share?
Yes, I have shared in the message, with the message. So people from from room 3 said that they need funds for their own campaigns, for t-shirts, stickers, also social media skills and capacity building and communication support to train the chefs before the Africa Vegan Week. This is what has been shared with room 3. But some people didn't have the time to share what they needed, so maybe people from room 3 would like to add something.
Oh yes, let's do it like this. Feel free to touch the hand icon and share your responses. So either from group 1, group 2, group 3, feel free to do that. I can see Madi, your hand is up. Feel free to unmute yourself and you share your experience. Madi, unmute yourself. Okay, Praise, I see your hand is up. Anything you want to share again?
Yeah, I was thinking that before this African Week Vegan, I've been going on campaigns. I've been creating campaigns, and yeah, it was going fine. But I think we need more grant to help people, and we need more participants. Like, we need more people to join us in creating this awareness about being vegan. At least, and I also told people about this plant-based meat, and a lot of people have been responding from my side.
Okay, thank you, Praise. Anyone else that want to share? Feel free to unmute yourself and jump in. Okay, we just have about 9 minutes to the top of the end in the session. So basically, some of you have posted your responses in the chat section, and we've taken note of that. Thank you so much. And yeah, we shall be able to respond to some of this because our next session in the next 2 weeks is a question and answer. So come with all those responses, and then we shall also be able to tell you about the opportunities to apply for a grant and all those details. I'm sure you don't want to miss that session as well. So if you have any pending question, you can put it aside for the next session, or you can as well post it in the chat, or you can as well jump in. But if there are no particular questions coming or any contribution, if you have any contribution, that's okay. Okay, great. So I think, yeah, I would, anyone saying something? Great. So thank you so much to all participants, and thank you so much for once again being a part of today's session. This has been our 6th webinar. We don't take that for granted. And for those that have really been consistent, this is so amazing. It's amazing. Thank you so much. And let's keep the conversation going on our social media page, especially the WhatsApp. Feel free to post any other questions or any inquiries that you feel like you want to make. From now and from the team, would like to wish you an amazing weekend. And thank you so much. Oh, Joshua, you have something. Please unmute yourself.
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, Joshua.
In this 6 events, we learned that it's really to make happen the vegan week restaurant. And I would like to ask this question. There is a possibility to work in the platform or network in our event, and or there is the way to transform the vegan week restoration by the everyday restoration vegan, please.
I don't know if I got your question clearly. Did you mean to say that during your event, there are opportunities for people that would want to work during the work with you during the Africa Vegan Restaurant Week?
Yes, of course.
Oh, so they can contact you directly, right?
Thank you.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you. And I think you're on the WhatsApp group, right? Okay, thank you so much, Joshua. Praise, yes, Praise.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, like, this African Vegan Restaurant Week, are we all coming together? Like, are we meeting together, or we are doing it in our countries?
Oh, thank you so much, Price. That's a very important question. No, we are not. We are coming together virtually. So we are all doing it in different countries. So each country will organize independently. Each country will do its own, or not even each country, each organization in their own countries. They will organize their own event, either physical or it can be just engaging restaurants to have vegan options on their menu during that week. So what joins us is virtually we shall be promoting this event together virtually as an event that's happening in multiple countries all over Africa. Does that answer you?
Yes, thank you.
Great, thank you. Any other question? And feel free to send me an email or a WhatsApp if you feel that's the best way you'd want to ask your question. I will respond to you right away. I don't know if there are any questions in the chat. Let me check. Kenneth, I saw something like your area needs a lot of awareness and provision for vegan books and magazines. Maybe we can discuss this on WhatsApp and see if there are any organizations that are able to support in that, providing some shared vegan books, because most of these are available for free in magazines. That I may not be able to commit to say that we are able to provide that. Then there is Joshua. Joshua, yes, Joshua already contributed. Will be a very important weekly event in our region because it will allow the community to regularly follow our awareness campaign. Kenneth, are you saying something?
Yes.
Okay, feel free.
Yes, yeah, I would like to. Yes, I would like to connect with the other vegan activities so that we can get how we can share each other.
Okay, are you on the WhatsApp group?
Yes, I'm on a WhatsApp group.
Okay, then you can post how you'd want us to connect, and then we can continue the conversation. Is that okay?
Thank you.
Because you're Kenyan, maybe Kenya, the activists in Rwanda, the activists in Uganda, we can see how we can also as well work together. So let's connect on WhatsApp.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, I can see most of you have posted how you wish to be supported. Thank you so much. We've taken note of your responses and we shall see how to respond to you at a later time. So any other question or any other contribution?
Question. I have a question. During this African Restaurant Week, are we going to get sponsors?
So this is what's going to happen. Very soon, I think in our next session, we shall talk about how to apply for grants. But of course, it doesn't mean applying for a grant doesn't mean it's guaranteed. So you apply for a grant, it's like any other normal process. I wouldn't want to go through the details, but it's going to be talked about in detail by my colleague Jessica Ava, or what it takes. So those who will get grants and others that will be able to mobilize from other resources, we shall be able to work together. So that's why we're taking you through this session on how you can get resources. But the beauty about it is that there is an opportunity to apply for a grant from the ProVeg grants program.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much. Allow me sign off. Thank you so much to the team, guys. I really, really appreciate for those of us that have stayed since 5 p.m. I can see we only have 2 minutes. Thank you so much. My name is Nawasa Innocent, and I am the ProVeg Africa Regional Coordinator. Today with me was Nicola Kagolo, aka Chef Kola, who's also the ProVeg Africa Regional Coordinator, and Jessica Ava, who has been behind the scenes supporting us with the Zoom. Thank you so much, and have a good evening or morning, depending where you are, or afternoon, and have a lovely weekend. Bye.